Greetings everyone, April 17th at the Orchards Golf Club. Just coming to you to give you a little bit of an update about what we're doing up here at the club. First of all, I just want to introduce the staff that we have here during our COVID-19 pandemic. So we have Jim, the mechanic, who is behind the camera right now, myself, Dave Parson, our head superintendent, Kevin Shoemaker, our assistant superintendent, Keith Cunningham, our head golf professional, and Deb Hartnett, our accountant. So right now, although the golf course is closed, we have a lot of things going on. Obviously, we're maintaining the golf course, which is crucial during this time. Obviously, the golf course has to be kept up, and I'm going to let Dave touch on that in a little bit, but we're hoping that we can get through this in a timely fashion. I know right now, May 4th is the lift of the closure of non-essential businesses at this point. So we have not heard anything from Governor Baker at this point. We're hoping for more elaboration on golf courses in the state of Massachusetts, but we have not heard anything yet. So until then, we're just it's a waiting game, but we're working hard up here at the golf course. I'm gonna let Dave talk a little bit about what's happening on the course, and then we'll go to a little bit about what's happening in the pro shop and in the clubhouse.
Thanks, Chris. So just want to let everyone know, we got minimum maintenance standards going, which is per the regulations. That's what we are allowed to do right now. So the staff that we do got on hand is very minimal. You're looking at the staff, and everybody's helped out in their own way, working on the golf course, jumping in. I think everybody here has gotten to jump in and mow something, mow greens, do stuff they haven't done before, and I just want to say I really appreciate it. It really shows the dedication our staff has to keeping the property in as best shape we can while this is going on. Some of the different stuff we're doing is we're using more growth regulators, other different stuff, so that we do not have to mow the grass as much as we would have to in a normal season. So that'll kind of cut back on the man hours that we'll need, and such as mowing fairways just one time per week right now. Greens will be 3 times per week. Kev will be out there on the sprayer, as you guys always see him. He'll be out there making applications constantly just to keep the grass from growing, and other applications to keep the grass weed free. So that's the stuff that we're just kind of doing during this crisis, doing our best job we can to keep the golf course as good a shape as we can, and that way when the time comes to open again, it'll only take a few days to get it back to the perfect condition that you guys are all used to.
Now, Dave, I would say the golf course is in awesome shape. Would you say it's probably the best shape that you've seen this time of year over the years?
It's in really good shape this year. The spring was really dry there to start out. Now we've had some wet weather coming in. But, that very mild winter helped so that the conditions everybody got to play a little bit before this happened. So you got to see the mild winter really helped. And we didn't have any stress on any greens or anything going on. So we're actually in really good shape for this time of year, yes.
Now there's a few, we kind of touched in our last video on the green expansions. Tell us a little bit more about what else is happening at the club as far as something that's new that they'll see when they come back. I know we're lowering the height on the approaches. We have a new look to the front of our greens, and I know there's a lot of fairways that are being expanded out there.
Yeah, I'll just touch on this again. We got a new mower this year to start mowing our approaches in the green fronts here. So you're going to notice a lot tighter mowed areas that we didn't have before. It's a 3-wheel drive triplex that'll allow us to mow all these areas out that we wanted to before we didn't have that unit. So now we have that unit. It'll enable us to get a lot more short grasses in the areas that we want to, get the ball bouncing and rolling. And a lot of the greens now we have expanded, as everyone knows, all the areas that we've come across to make bigger. And a lot of that, as you see Shia has demonstrated there, the ball rolling off the front of the green. That's kind of what we're looking for. And as we're in the process, we're noticing as we're probing around, a lot of these different greens were actually in the original photos were more of a square shape. So what we've done is a lot of traditional golf clubs are doing this. We've started cutting our greens, you'll notice off to the angle here, where they're all going to be squared up. And it's going to be more of a square angle. Now the contours itself of the rough are still rounded, as you notice, so we really didn't change the look of the golf course. All it's going to do is affect a lot of the playability, where you're going to be able to take out a putter and different clubs and have different choices and stuff like that. So.
Now I know probably the biggest expansions on the fairways are probably on 18, on 9 here, all the way down to the front edge of that brook, and then all the way up to the brook on number 1. All those fairways have been expanded to where they used to be, right?
Well, that's what we're doing. Everybody thinks we're making the fairways bigger, expanding. What we're actually doing is just mowing down the grass that's already there. Those fairway lines and contours were there one time, and And as everyone knows how wet the areas can get down here between 9 and 1, they've just slowly let go over time. So now this past fall, in anticipation of getting our dredging done, we started lowering the heights now, so that when the time comes we get this dredging done, we're going to have better drainage and all that grass will be acclimated to being that short. So we can get these areas firm and back to the contours of where they originally were and designed.
Now, I'm going to have Keith come up to talk a little bit about what's happening in the clubhouse. While the clubhouse is closed, there's still things that are happening. We're getting inventory in, we're conducting inventory, we have special orders. So while we can't have anyone in the clubhouse shopping as usual, we're still able to place special orders. So Keith, you want to touch on that for a second?
Yeah, absolutely. So as Chris said, the golf shop is actually closed, but if you actually are in the need for anything, feel free to email me or call me at any time. I know we're not supposed to have people at the club, but we can happily have everything drop shipped to you and have that set up on your account, or you can pay by credit card over the phone once the product reaches you. We are actually doing a great job, I think, at taking a look at the calendar, and with everything going on, we are being aware of that, and we are doing our best to go ahead and move things around to make it fit everyone's schedule once all this gets lifted.
Now, what happened in the bag room recently?
So I believe that was 2 days ago in the bag room. We did a complete overhaul of it. We did a whole new seat charting for the golf carts and your bag storage. So once you get back into that bag room, we're gonna go ahead and assign you an actual spot. Make sure that's yours for the season, so we don't have any confusion on where the clubs are going. We have a new club cleaning station for you as well. So at the end of your round, you leave your clubs in a section. We'll make sure one of us or the staff goes ahead and takes care of those for you.
So basically in the clubhouse right now, while we're not conducting business as usual, we're able to get a lot of projects done. We're going through all of the lockers, we're cleaning the bag room, we've had our kitchen deep cleaned, we're cleaning just in general all through the clubhouse. So a lot of projects are getting done, we're staying busy. Keith and I are outside working on the golf course a few days a week, but when we're not, we're in the clubhouse working on projects. I know everyone is doing an awesome job. We're all staying safe. As you can see, we're wearing our masks. We're staying, social distancing is at the forefront of our mind, and we're hoping everyone else is staying safe. I know Deb is working hard. Obviously, she still has all of her accounting work to do. She is processing invoices. We still have a lot of expenses during this time, and she's doing an awesome job with that. We're switching to a new payroll system, so she's been staying busy, and everyone's just doing a fantastic job. I got to give a shout out to Kevin. Kevin's doing a great job, and Jim is behind the camera right now, but Jim's been doing an awesome job keeping up with all the maintenance on all of our equipment. Obviously this time of year, all the equipment is going out onto the golf course, so this is when something breaks down, and Jim has been staying busy with that. But we're fortunate that the golf course is in great shape right now. We're hoping that we can get everyone back out here soon. It kills us to see the golf course in such great shape and not have everyone out here enjoying it. But it's going to be here, and it's going to be in great shape when all of you come back. So we hope everyone is staying safe, and we hope to see you soon.